recently, if you've been watching the podcast, you've heard us talk about the um, live action movie Assassin's Creed that Ubisoft is producing. And recently, it has been reported that they are going to also work on a film based on Tom Clancy's The Division, which is a recent release by Ubisoft. Um, Online third person shooter, strategic, post apocalyptic setting. You get the gist. Um, and they've actually touted Jake Gyllenhaal as being both the star and producer. It's still in very early stages. They don't have a director or a script yet. Um, and, this is going to be following not just Assassin's Creed, but also they're going to be making a Splinter Cell movie with which Tom Hardy is apparently going to be a part of too. But yeah, so Jake Gyllenhaal, he's been in Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time as the lead role on there. So he's not a bad actor. He can definitely do action roles. But as someone who hasn't played The Division, I don't really know a whole lot about it. Do you, Matt?
Um, Not as much as I would like to. I actually really wanted to get that game when it came out.
And I've actually got a couple of folks that I do know that they do play it. They want other people to get involved in playing it, just because the online aspect is really fun. Um, but yeah, it's been moderately praised. Um, the only concern that I have for this is it just seems a little early. They're doing film series for Assassin's Creed, and they're doing a film for Splinter Cell, and those make a lot of sense because both of those franchises have been going on for years now. Um, we're going to be coming up on Assassin's Creed. Um, its 10th anniversary next year, believe it or not. Um,
Wow, that's
yeah,
hard to believe.
first one came out in 2007, and Splinter Cell, of course, has been around even longer than that. So these are well developed, well defined franchises, and the Division is a brand new IP from Ubisoft, and it's not even it's it has somewhat of a following. I just don't see it having such a big influence that it justifies getting things started to have a Hollywood film done about it. What are your thoughts?
Um, I agree with you, in the sense that it hasn't gotten big enough yet for that. Um, I think they do have some DLC coming out, but this is still like a fairly new game. It came out in I think December or January.
Somewhere around there,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's only been out for um, I think at the most 4 months. Um, I've heard some pretty good things about it. I've been trying to get my hands on it because um, it looks like a really fun shooter. And I want to try and get back into that genre, just because I've fallen away from that. Um, but there are some good ones that have come out recently, like Overwatch and The Division. So I'm going to try and get back into that. Also, I've also seen some YouTubers that are pretty well known for making like little shorts, some for video games, some just for fun. Corridor Digital, Rocket Jump or Freddy W, and I believe Devin Supertramp have all done, I think, 10-minute long. Uh, there's a fourth one, I think, and they all did like this mini series, and they each did like their own 10-minute episode of the Division and explain like a little bit what it is. Basically, it's like sleeper agents in the city. Um, some weird disease happened, I believe, and now the government's burning people who they think are infected. and then these sleeper agents get activated, um, and they're a part of something called the Division. And when they get activated, they're supposed to help people, um, and it's clearly the government versus the people type scenario. Um, but yeah, if you guys haven't seen those videos, I would definitely recommend going and watching them. They're really well done. And also check out a few other things from them because they're all just great. They're what made me really want to be a YouTuber when I was a kid. But I think they did a really good job at that. And I feel like maybe because they did partner up with Ubisoft as like a promotion, they did this miniseries. So I was feeling if Ubisoft tries to get them maybe into it, because they're really good modern filmers right now. And maybe not let them handle it just because none of them have actually made like a movie, but maybe have like some influence in it. Um, each one of those channels brings something really cool into the videography world of YouTube, and I feel like if they were there to at least help, um, I think it'd be pretty cool. I'd probably see it.
Yeah, I mean, just based on what you told me now, that does seem like it's got um, pretty good potential for a good story there, for a good movie. Um, we'll just have to wait and see on this one. It is way too early to call.
Yeah.